Okay, we are on air. It is Thursday, September 7th. This is a run through for our weekly development test for Backdrop CMS. Updates from the PMC, we had a change to the fiscal services agreement that should be finalized now. So everybody hopefully got the agreement and is signing it and sending it back. Updates once they have all of that, we should be under their coverage. New contributed projects this week. We have a new module called Splashify, which is available in Backdrop, on backdropcms.org if anyone's interested in looking at that. And thanks to Lauren for all the work on porting Splashify and properly handling all of its library dependencies in a backdroppy way. Next up, our primary focus right now is working on getting Backdrop 1.8 wrapped up. So Nate, let's turn it over to you.
Thanks. Okay, so Backdrop 1.8 comes out next week on Friday. That's kind of exciting. September 15th is just around the corner. So we've got a number of fixes. Okay, this is all mixed together now because 1.73, which is the next bug fix release, and 1.8 are both going to be coming out on the same day. So at this point, solving any issue is kind of, they're all the same thing. Because for 1.8, we're no longer adding new functionality, only bug fixes are now allowed. And so what to work on for 1.8 is basically the same thing as what to work on for 1.7. Because at this point, we really just want to get things running really smoothly to have a nice, stable release. Recap on what we got done. So we mentioned last week, we've had a number of styling related issues that have been merged in, including we restyled the task list combined with the new progress bar. That makes it so the installer basically got a refresh. We restyled a bunch of icon related issues on the admin content page. And some other changes to the admin content page that like ordering things properly. A bunch of style fixes have gone in since last week, and those will all be in 1.8. There were some items that we kicked out, 1.8 related things around editing and uploading a file. We had some progress in those issues, but ultimately we just weren't ready to include them in 1.8, and doing it at the last second seemed like a kind of dangerous idea. So those have been moved to 1.9. But other items that we still have that we could knock out in 1.8 include a small UX improvement to the way the module filter works at the top of the modules page. It's issue 2715. That issue, I think actually still just needs review. It's a minor UX update with minimal impact anywhere else, and so that's still a candidate for getting polished up before release. Libraries and getting them all up to date, and one of them, the last we want to update before release is jQuery once, which is issue 687. That has PR, but just needs a reroll to be updated to the very latest version of that library. A new version has come out since that issue was last visited. Let's see. We also, one more thing that we kicked out to 1.9, date module has had a pager that would allow you to page over items in a view by date. That wasn't ready for merging it either, and so that has also been pushed to 1.9. That's issue 2766. So we pushed out some things, but got a lot of is tidying up all of the issues that we know about that need to be addressed. And so the 1.8 milestone queue in GitHub is really small now. There's only like 5 items in there that we'd like to complete for 1.8. But where we'll probably actually shift our focus, I mean, we'll get those 5 issues done, of course, but where we'll probably shift our focus is to the 1.73 milestone on GitHub, which includes almost 30 issues that are, although it's not really, none of those things would hold up our release. Of course, nothing really hold up our release. But if we're looking for more things to do to make 1.8 like a kick-ass release, we should start going through the 1.73 milestone and knocking out more of the known bugs and from Drupal that we can do kind of at any time. So the 1.8 queue is empty or getting very near empty. It doesn't mean that we don't still have lots of things that we can potentially work on. So for those looking for something to occupy the time between now and September 15th, out the bugs that we know about that are slated in the 1.73 milestone would be a great area to put some focus on. That's kind of it. Our 1.8 release will probably be working on, getting our blog posts ready, getting the newsletter ready that we'll send out after the release, and other release related tasks. But it looks like 1.8 at this point, it's going to be in the terms of like the functionality that's being added, the regular rolling of minor UX features and refreshes is always a great thing to have in our product. So yeah, 1.8, I don't think we've got anything really critical that we need to be this longer. I think it'll actually be kind of a, just run-of-the-mill process for putting out our next, and I don't see anything that is likely to cause any questions as far as sites upgrading from 1.7. So that's all I've got for an update. Since it's just you and I, Jen, we had a little delay getting our meeting started this week. Anything else that you think that I should call out attention to?
I don't think so. I mean, I think like the bug fix milestone 173 is a good place for people to jump in. There's a ton of little tiny things in there that I think we could get included, and it would make, this version of Backdrop sort of like the bug fix polish release, which might be kind of nice. There's always a million bugs in Drupal. There's this equivalent number in Backdrop. I think the more of those we can get kind of knocked out, the better. So it's going to be a good release.
Yep. But I think, yeah, yeah, we have a lot of opportunities in obviously continuing the work that was unfinished. These things, some of these things that we kicked were really pretty close, and it's unfortunate that that they're not going to be in 1.8. But that's the nature of the beast with the way that our release cycles work. That things really kind of need to be finished in order for us to include them. So.
Oh, we lost Nate. Oh.
Sorry, I accidentally hit the back button. Yeah, so I think that's where we are for 1.8. Yeah. Okay. Let's roll right on into it.
Yep. Well, I've got issues to review. I took a look at Opie's pull request with the fixing the drop ends. It looks amazing.
Yeah, isn't that funny? Like that problem has been plaguing us, or at least plaguing me since we did the 7 redesign, like how to deal with those drop buttons. Brilliant one-liner.
Yeah. All right, let's go then. I don't think there's anything else we need to discuss this week. So I would like to return to the issue queue and go back to reviewing things and get some more of these bug fixes in.
Okie doke. Awesome. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Really appreciate it. And let's roll on out to 1.8.
Bye.
Goodbye.